Welcome to the Impact 30 University Partner Applicant Information Session. This pre-recorded session is designed to walk you through the details of the Impact 30 grant program and answer common questions specific to university applicants. By the end of this presentation, you'll have a clear understanding of what this opportunity is, how to apply, how proposals will be evaluated, and what to expect if your project is selected for funding. Here's what we'll cover today. First, we'll start with an overview of Impact 30, what it is and why we launched it. Next, we'll walk through the application step by step. Then we'll review the evaluation process and the rubric that reviewers will use. And finally, we'll end with key dates and what happens once awards are made. Impact 30 was created in celebration of Grand Valley State University's 30th anniversary as a charter public school authorizer. It builds on our long-standing commitment to strengthen partnerships between our K-12 schools and the broader university that advance innovation and school improvement. Our vision is to mobilize university expertise in service of K-12 needs, spark bold experimentation, and ensure projects are equity-driven and community-rooted. And our impact goes beyond the funding itself. We want you to help us create scalable models, rigorous evaluation, and open source resources that can be shared across the GVSU Charter Network and the broader education community. Impact 30 is about legacy, vision, and impact, building on 30 years of partnership to shape the future of education together. Through Impact 30, we want to support projects that do 4 key things. First, advance scalable innovation. Ideas that directly improve schools and can be adapted by others. Second, strengthen school-university partnerships by co-designing initiatives with our K-12 charter public schools. Third, contribute to public knowledge through resources and insights that are shared openly. And fourth, build lasting impact by creating approaches that support schools well beyond the grant period. If your proposal speaks to these benefits, you're in the right place. Let's talk about scope. The purpose of this program is to provide funding for bold, equity-driven initiatives that are co-designed with charter public school partners and directly support school improvement. These projects should be grounded in the needs and priorities identified through your partnership. Our expectations are that projects are carried out within the grant period and budget, and that you share progress through required reports and participation in showcases. Proposals should also include a plan for evaluation that both university and school partners can learn from the work and, where possible, share insights with others. There are also clear boundaries. Funding cannot be used for ongoing operating expenses, personnel stipends, or the continuation of existing programs, and all proposals must align with allowable uses outlined in the grant guidelines. These points outline the boundaries and expectations that will guide your proposal. Impact 30 primarily invests in GVSU authorized charter public schools. 30 grants are available directly to schools, 10 at $5,000, $15,000, and $30,000 each. These awards support student, educator, and leader-led initiatives that spark innovation and improvement. In addition, Impact 30 includes a dedicated stream for university partners. 10 grants of $30,000 will be awarded to GVSU departments, programs, or faculty and staff working in partnership with one or more charter schools. Projects may be new initiatives or expansions of existing work, but all must be designed with the needs and priorities of a GVSU authorized charter public school in mind. If a department is not already working with a school, pairings may be facilitated by the Impact 30 coordination team. Applications must include a signed acknowledgement from the unit's appointing officer. University partner initiatives may focus on areas such as culture and climate, curriculum and instruction, community engagement, STEAM, artificial intelligence, or other approaches that directly benefit charter schools. Next, let's take the application walkthrough. There are several sections to the application: applicant information, initiative information, partnership and support, and acknowledgements. Let's take a look at each in further detail. The first section of the application collects basic details about your department or unit. You'll provide the department or program name, identify the type of initiative lead, and share primary contact information for that individual. This ensures we know who is responsible for the proposal and how to reach your team with any questions. In the next section, you'll provide the details of your initiative itself. You'll enter the project title, indicate whether it is a new initiative or an expansion of existing work, and select the initiative category that best fits your proposal. Categories include culture and climate, curriculum and instruction, community engagement, health and safety, STEAM, artificial intelligence, or other. The narrative section is the heart of your application. Here, you'll respond to several short answer questions that give reviewers a clear picture of your project. You'll be asked to describe your initiative and how it aligns with a defined need, outline your goals and supporting evidence, share your anticipated timeline and milestones, explain your evaluation plan, and provide a sustainability plan. Let's walk through each of these prompts in more detail. In the first question, you'll explain where your initiative is, who it will impact, and why it is innovative. Be clear and concise, and make sure you connect your project to a clearly defined gap, issue, or opportunity within your partner school. Reviewers are looking for proposals that demonstrate strong alignment with real needs. Next, you'll state the primary goals of your initiative. These should be measurable outcomes, not just activities. You'll also briefly reference any research, data, or prior results that support your approach. This shows reviewers that your initiative is grounded in evidence and not just good intentions. In the next section, you'll outline the phases of your initiative and the key milestones that will take place during the grant period. Focus on what will be accomplished between the kickoff and the end of the funding period, including planning, implementation, and evaluation. Next, you'll describe how success will be measured. What metrics or indicators will you use to track progress? How will you know your goals have been met? And how will you use that information to inform ongoing improvement? Reviewers are looking for concrete evaluation methods, not vague statements. Finally, you'll describe how the initiative will continue beyond the grant period. Sustainability could mean securing additional funding, embedding practices into school systems, or building the capacity of educators and staff so the work carries on. Since this is a university-led project in partnership with charter schools, it is especially important to show how the initiative will remain beneficial once the university team steps back. Reviewers will be looking for evidence that the work is not dependent solely on university personnel, but instead leaves lasting tools, practices, or capacity at the school level. You will also complete the required budget template. This form ensures your proposed use of the $30,000 is clearly aligned with your initiative and with the partnership you've described. Be specific in connecting each cost to an activity or deliverable, and make sure expenditures directly benefit the charter school partner. Reviewers will evaluate the budget for alignment, feasibility, and compliance. The strongest proposals will show a clear line between the project goals, the planned activities, and the requested expenses. In the third section, you'll identify your charter school partner if you already have one, and provide contact information for the school. If your department is not currently partnered with a school, pairings can be facilitated by the Impact 30 coordination team. You'll also describe the type of support your department will provide through the initiative. The key here is alignment, showing how your work responds directly to what GVSU K-12 charter public schools need. Reviewers will be looking for evidence of authentic collaboration, where the university's expertise is directed towards school priorities and lasting benefit. The final section asks for confirmations from you as the primary contact and from your appointing officer. As the primary contact, you will affirm that the initiative will be carried out in collaboration with your charter school partner, that milestone reports and program data will be submitted, and that the project will be shared through presentations such as the Innovation Showcase. You will then upload a signed acknowledgement from your appointing officer. This ensures that your department or unit is fully aware of the commitments involved and supports the collaboration with the charter school. Now let's turn to how proposals will be evaluated. Every application goes through a two-stage review. First, our internal team conducts an eligibility check to confirm the application is complete and meets the basic requirements. Then, in stage 2, proposals are reviewed by external evaluators. These reviewers receive training and calibration to ensure fairness and consistency across all applications. What's important for you to know is that the scoring is based on a rubric directly tied to the application questions. That means if you've been clear and thorough in each section of the application, you're already giving reviewers exactly what they need to evaluate your proposal. Reviewers will be looking for proposals that balance bold ideas with practical plans. They'll ask, is this initiative innovative? Does it respond to a real school need? Are the goals and timeline realistic? Is there a clear way to measure success and potential for the work to last beyond the grant period? And finally, is the partnership with the charter school authentic and meaningful? Keeping these questions in mind as you draft your application will help you align with what reviewers value most. These slides show you the formal rubric reviewers will use. Rather than just listing the categories, let me give you a sense of what makes a strong proposal in each area. For the initiative description, reviewers are looking for clarity and a compelling case for why this idea matters for your charter school partner. For goals and strategic alignment, the strongest applications connect goals directly to the school's priorities, and they are specific, measurable, and achievable within the grant period. The implementation plan, reviewers want to see that you've thought through the phases of work, with realistic milestones, responsibilities, and timing that make the project feasible. For evaluation and sustainability, it's not enough to say you know the project worked. We're looking for a clear plan for tracking outcomes and for ensuring that the work leaves lasting capacity or resources at the school once the grant ends. Finally, for the budget, strong proposals make it easy for reviewers to see how every dollar supports the goals and activities described in your narrative. Alignment between the budget and the rest of the application is essential. Thinking about the rubric this way, as a set of lenses reviewers will use, will help you write with their perspective in mind and strengthen your proposal. Now let's review the timeline and what happens after you are awarded. Applications close on November 19, 2025. Award notifications will be sent by December 19 and funds will be dispersed in early January. All grantees will participate in a kickoff orientation on January 16, 2026, which marks the formal start of projects, an opportunity to review expectations and connect with other grantees. You'll participate in communities of practice, which meet each semester to share progress, exchange lessons learned, and problem solve with colleagues. As a grantee, you will also complete milestone reports and brief updates to help us track progress and document outcomes. The goal is to ensure that both the university partner and the charter school partner are supported throughout the grant period. In addition, we provide ongoing support and visibility. This includes technical assistance from the Impact 30 grant team, access to templates and resources, and opportunities to disseminate your work through the Reach Higher Showcase, conferences, and publications. We also ask university partners to contribute open source tools or resources where possible, so that the benefit of your work extends to other schools and departments. Recognition will also be provided through GVSU communications and, where appropriate, local or national media. This is more than funding. It's a true partnership designed to help your innovation take root in schools and to create resources that endure beyond the grant period. Impact 30 is about leveraging university expertise in service of school improvement, building authentic partnerships with our GVSU authorized charter public schools, and creating innovations that endure beyond the life of the grant. We look forward to the ideas you will bring forward, ideas that strengthen schools, generate knowledge, and leave behind tools and resources that others can build on. Thank you for your interest in Impact 30. If you have questions as you prepare your application, please reach out to the grant coordination team at the email below. We look forward to reviewing your proposals and working together to shape the future of education.
Okay.